Hello and welcome to...
I'm leaving.
Okay, episode 102. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Mr. Reed.
Hello, Mr. Walker.
How are you, mate?
I feel elated, stressed, under pressure, fabulous, all at the same time.
That's a very confusing set of emotions.
This week has just been, I know I keep saying it, it is nuts beyond nuts beyond nuts.
Is it indeed?
And I don't think I've even seen, I saw the back of your head.
Yeah. I had a miscellaneous, well, it wasn't miscellaneous, it was from you. I had a message from yourself saying, why were you sat with your back in the window for a few hours? Shall I tell you what we've been doing in this fabulous room? So we have had Mode Shift in this week, and we've
Lovely
been
Mode Shift.
doing more live streams. But this week it was 5 live streams.
Wow.
So they do regional awards with local authorities and primary schools,
Right.
recognising the great work that they've done. They do that across the country. So there's the 5 regions. When I say country, it's England because it's an England-funded program.
Right.
And yeah, so what we do was they go live. They essentially use Teams as their by Teams. They essentially use Teams to stream their thing, get everyone on the call because you can spotlight people and do presentations and this, that, and the other.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? I am so pleased because when I first introduced Teams to Mode Shift, there was a lot of pushback.
Yeah, well, I worked with Mode Shift at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you were.
I remember going, what is this Teams?
Yes, and I was going, please bear with me. Now, Nick was talking the other day. He went, oh my God, Andy, I don't know what we do without it now.
Yeah, but we've sort of, alongside Nick and the Mode Shift team, we've sort of taken it to the next level. If you hear background noise, people, we're just going to embrace it. Adam's bringing a coffee in, so don't worry if there's a bit of a rumble. So don't trip over. So
Careful, health and safety.
Adam's actually been on the production desk during the stream.
So when you had your head back to the wall, he was actually on the
He was producing it.
Well
So
done, mate.
yeah.
Well done,
So
well done,
what
well
we've had
done.
to do is something slightly different for these ones because we're running into when they get a lot of things on the call. We're getting a lot of. I don't want to say bandwidth. Our bandwidth was fine.
Yes.
It's just sometimes the distribution of the video could be a bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
And that's probably due to the number. We did a stream the other week that had just under 400 delegates on the call.
Goodness me.
We did the pre-testing and everything else. Unfortunately, Teams didn't stream the video accurately. But what we've done is we've circumnavigated by using our kit in the studio.
Nice kit.
And you'll actually see some of that today if you're watching online. But what we're doing is we're streaming the video into our sound desk, mixing desk,
Right.
and then we're piping that back out as basically, in simple terms, a glorified webcam
Wow.
with podcast audio, multiple camera setup, and video feeds.
I'm excited.
Yes.
And the piece of kit that you bought way back when you set up the pod studio, the Rodecaster, it's just taking it all in its stride.
Yeah, absolutely. And the A10 Mini.
Oh, I love the A10.
To the point where I did end up looking at the A10 not Mini. The bigger one. I don't know what it's called. A10, it was supposed to be the A10 Pro. But
Can you imagine the people? What have we got? It's like a mini. What's this larger version? I don't know. Let's call it the A10
the normal,
slightly
It's
bigger.
not called the A10 normal. So, but then that was that's £1,000.
Ouch.
But you can put 10 HDMI inputs in. You can have 2 different sort of recording devices going on. Essentially, it looks like a box of buttons, but really, it's a mini computer.
I'm going to pick you up on that one because we've been having some discussions with customers recently, and I won't give away what the customer is or what they think, but your situation is very similar. There's a piece of equipment we've got installed. It can cope admirably with what they want it to do, but they're looking at the larger version because they're looking ahead.
Yeah.
You've just said it will cost me £1,000, but what I'm going to go is, but what can that bring you? What can that allow you to give your customers in order for you to sell? It's investment.
It means I need to also buy a lot of HDMI leads.
Yeah. Or not pay Adam Coleman at all for the next month.
Yes. That sounds good.
That sounds like... Sorry, Adam. Suddenly my voice has all gone squeaky.
Yeah. Sorry, I went on a bit about that, but that was like a big part of the week. And then what we filmed a seminar the other night. Did you see our socials?
No.
I put something yesterday. I didn't expect to because you've been so busy.
I've been working flat out.
The fabulous Henry Carver took this ad hoc photo. Please describe to the viewers what you're seeing. I'm going to hold it on my camera, Adam, while you explain it. What are you seeing?
It is Adam Younger and Adam Older, both poised, fingers on chins, ponderously thinking.
Looking at our cameras.
Looking at cameras.
The reason why that was happening is we were filming. We had to keep adjusting the focus. We're tapping the screen to try and minimise as much movement as possible. We both
rested the fingers on the lips. Quite funny. Congratulations to Mr. Carver for capturing that moment in time.
Quite hilarious.
Very
quite
much
embarrassing.
so.
But been a really active week on that side of things. I was also in a school on Monday doing their media session. Wow. So just pushed in the classroom, photo videos, next classroom, going to PE, like all the different areas. It was brilliant, really good.
Really good.
So, yeah.
So, have you installed the Microsoft Copilot app on your phone and have you been talking to it?
I have.
I have. I knew you would.
When did I ask you to do the Copilot?
Last
week.
Was
that in the Pascal?
It was in the Pascal thing, and straight after that, we enabled it for you.
Yes, you did. So I went. So it's an extra fee, annual fee, isn't it?
Yeah.
I went. Okay, turn that on, please. Let's do
had
this
it for 1 week.
Awesome. But the thing is, right? So when I started, the example I used with Mr. Mark Wade, for example, who joined us way back when on the podcast.
Actually, he's probably one of our very first listeners.
Yeah,
so
he still listens.
To 5.
Hello, Mark. But when I was trying to,
it's still so funny.
Exactly. So when I was trying to describe what AI is and this, that, and the other, I used. Let's say you want to make a story. Let's say a space frog eating a pizza.
I remember that story very well.
And it created the stuff. That was ChatGPT 1.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now is
chapter 2 ready?
No, we haven't done. We should revisit and see what the latest is. So, but that's how a lot of people. That a lot of people were like, "How do we use this?" And I was sat with my lad last night and going. I actually said to him these words. Sorry, I said to him, "You need to remember me showing you this right now because it is." AI has changed. I would say AI has properly changed in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Right?
It really has.
Yeah. So not only do we have space frogs eating pizza, there's videos of Michael Jackson stealing chicken.
And arguing with Mr. What's his name about moonwalkers.
Yes, Mr. Hitler. Like, honestly, the internet can be weird and wonderful.
All at the
same time. But what I've said to Zach yesterday was, you need to remember this because I can only see this going further and further
into the stratosphere.
At first, it was like, okay, yeah, you can generate a little bit of text. Some people going, we don't have to write anymore. But the whole point is with AI, right? If you take the human out, as in the people, and you're running a business. Yes, it'll get you so far, but really people buy from people. People need to engage with people. So you've got to work out a way of using it and doing it. And I'd say I'm looking at your laptop, following our seminar last week with Pascal. Thank you, Pascal. And also a chat with Kane.
What a magnificent gentleman he is.
Another person who drives around with his phone on safely stowed, but talking to the AI, having a conversation, So I've tried
That's only because his wife won't talk to him anymore.
Same boat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Corey.
No, she will. But actually, she doesn't want to hear about my business all the time.
No.
Which is fair. But also, it's like, some of the Corey says, she goes, I don't understand it.
No.
And that's fine. Because, I'm trying to as Pascal said, he said, go away and try and break the AI.
I successfully did because I smashed a laptop the other day.
That's not how you break it. Couple of interesting videos I've seen on the internet.
Interesting in what way?
One guy is on Instagram, asking ChatGPT to count to 1 million.
Why?
And it goes, sure. That'll take a long time. So, let's give it a go and see how we get on.
Yeah.
And he goes, great. He goes, yeah, okay. Well, I can count to 1 million, but it will take some time. So we'll give it a go and we'll have a bit of fun. Let me know how you get on. He goes, I've got all the time in the world. Right? Sure. She goes, okay. So it goes something like this: 1, 2, 3, and so on. And he goes, no. I want you to count to 1 million. So obviously they've put some restrictions in place. The other one he did was, name me all the different kinds of cheese. And it actually went through a lot of the different cheeses.
Yeah.
And so on.
Wow. Wow. I like cheese. Have you heard there's a massive cheese explosion in France? There's debris everywhere.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Even... Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a come on, Baird. Don't be like that. I don't know, joke. Right, anyway. Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah. So what I'm going to say, what I'm seeing by that is obviously they've put some controls in place because people have also talked about the environmental impact on AI.
They have.
Because before you know it, you could have half the world asking ChatGPT to count to 1 million. And it is all sat there doing
consuming a lot of power and data.
So whilst I'm seeing that in place and this guy is getting frustrated going, and I was going, count to 1 million, like do it, sort of thing. But then I'm like, I can see why they put those measures in place. So it's good to see that there's some limiting.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what we are seeing is people now need to genuinely understand how to put some standards and governance around AI. And those types of things, you're absolutely right. And I think I was trying to do something the other day, quite legitimately, by the way. I will add this quite legitimately. I was trying to see whether AI could repair a photograph for me. So it was a faded photograph of my father, and it was a crinkled baby little photograph. And I was just trying to repair it, and it basically went, "I can't manipulate child images." Which again, I thought that's a fair point. I actually understand. I even apologise for to try. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
You didn't feel guilty.
So I didn't feel guilty. But again, when you think, no, actually, that's a really good thing to do.
The other one I saw was someone using Photoshop generative fill. So there was a videographer basically photo bombing this shot. Yeah. So there's like the couple, married couple, and then a videographer holding. And it's just one of those things. So they were like, right, I'm going to try and remove him using generative. And it's like, clicked around the videographer, got a really good mask on, doing the individual clicks like I talked about. And then said, right, remove this. Replaced it with what I'd essentially call a Halloween character with this guy like, so he wasn't holding the camera anymore. It was a guy in a mask going, and you're like,
sure.
Yeah.
So it's what you're saying. On one breath, great AI. On another breath, you're going, really?
Yeah.
Why?
But I turned to Zach last night and I said, you need to remember this because this is new. This and the steps it's taken the last 3 months, 2 months, 3 months in particular. That I'd say that's the key kind of moment I feel. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen there, but I feel like we've actually hit a use case, like in a very realistic use case, and we're starting to actually understand how we can work with AI, rather than just going, hey, create a story or write this for me, and you end up with this I am resolute type scenario going on that I talked about.
So can
before.
You share with us what you talked to Copilot about and what it told you and did?
So it's kind of moving on from the thing last week. I basically went, So Copilot, when it's with my Office 365 by Teams, it can use all that data, can't it? Basically, so I can say, tell me my last email with Andy, and it'll tell me. I did ask it for the outstanding jobs, and I immediately regretted it.
Oh look, I haven't done that.
Because it was more than I realised.
Like, oh no!
You have all of these overdue tasks and plan. You have all of this, all of that. But I've chased myself along and got it done. So what I thought was, we're looking at our business, and often we're talking about the tools that we use. But I'm quite keen to talk about the action, the outcomes. I suppose it's that I liken it to let's say we're a plumber.
Right. Okay.
We're talking about installing a sink, installing a bath, whereas the customer just wants a bathroom. Yeah. A nice bathroom, modern bathroom. It's not like they don't care how the pipes are welded. They want it welded to a standard.
Well, of course they do.
What I mean is that, if you're qualified and you've got the credentials, then they're satisfied, So they want it done properly. So what I'm trying to do is broaden our scope. So I was like, right, here's kind of what we do. Give me some ideas on how we could talk about this, how we could, And it's not that I'm getting it to do the work. It's almost like a bit of a therapist, and I feel bad for saying that.
No, but you shouldn't do, because it is giving you, it's listening to you.
It's a reflection.
And a reflection on what it's trying to do.
Yeah, so I said, here's the sort of stuff that we're doing.
Right.
So, and I'll share this now. We are about to launch Reach, Engage, Convert for our business.
I like.
And this is based on various chats that I've done and work that I've done. So Reach, Engage, Convert. And we are basically going to position the business where we're talking more about those elements. And the idea is that when we work with somebody, we need to work with them on all three of those.
Because that is what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. Now that could be, let's say we do Reach. So, and I've come up with the idea of, we work with people in Reach, as in that are already associated with you.
Absolutely.
And we work with people in Outreach.
Yeah.
In Outreach. No. Do Outreach. So the Outreach is PR.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paid advertising. Basically going, hey, we're over here, for the first time that someone might see it, right? So I'm going, right, we do that. The thing is, we can do all the advertising we like, but if the conversion step, i.e. there's a website, no contact form, i.e. someone hasn't actually gone, we'll put a ticketing system in place for whatever it is, or someone has gone, they just ring the number, but actually we're never here. Yes. So we at least need a discussion around conversion so that we know that, because what I want is our work to be money well spent.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if those steps that we're not always involved with, we might not have a client's website, for example. TV advertising, we are just doing the TV bit.
Yeah.
But then it's like, where do they go next? So we need to understand what the end is to be able to deliver the work at the start of the conversion process. So the idea is, when you work with us, you're working across all three steps, and then we choose the tools that we use to deliver against that and ultimately support an inquiry, a conversion, an engagement, whatever the conversion is. It doesn't have to be a purchase. People might just need to grow a mailing list, for example. So that's all been sort of worked on with AI.
That's pretty damn interesting. It really is interesting. I did have to laugh, though, because you mentioned about the plumbing spanner. Yeah. I think I've mentioned this to you before, but obviously my work that I do with Mike Reed, he's like, oh God, his first sort of like couple of weeks of me when I was showing him what I can do, he's like, you're just like a technician with a plumber, but in IT. And then he coined the phrase, I am the man with the technical spanner.
Yes, I have heard that. I've heard him say that as well.
Yeah, technical spanner. So that's, but what you're saying is you're now using the tools, whatever the customer wants. And I think it's a really good, sharp, short, engage.
So I suppose that is a summary. So what I've done is I've fed it in.
Apologies.
That's all right. So I've fed the information in.
Yeah.
Got it to kind of summarize it back to me.
Yeah.
And then I've been thinking, what sort of ideas can we do? It's so interesting to talk to, and spoiler, Andy's got a laptop on the table with stuff that I can see Tech a Break on there. Yes. So we're going to go into that now.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Following on from our episode last week with Mr. Kane. By the way, Kane, have you implemented the ticketing system yet? I'm watching you, my friend. What I thought I'd do is I'm really hoping this is a first. Podcast first. Do you think we could have a podcast first? Do I have to
I
put
think
it
so.
on?
So in the spirit of the creaking you can sound here is not Andy's fingers. It is the headphones.
My brain exploding.
Yeah, so you noticed I brought headphones over today.
Yes, thank you very kindly.
Well, you said to me, I'm bringing my laptop in and I'm going to play some stuff.
Yes.
Right?
So following on from what Kane did, I hope this is a first. I took to NotebookLM and I've inputted the first ever episode of Tech a Break.
Okay, so NotebookLM, let's just recap that. What I have done, so I knew there's a laptop, knew there's sound, so I've got us headphones from the sound desk. Your laptop is plugged into our mixer so you can share the sound with the people. And we've also got a video feed going to the mixing desk.
Yes.
With the fabulous... Flash it on screen, Adam. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bosh. Back to us. Back to that. No, yeah, he panicked then.
He panicked. Which buttons do I press?
Right. NotebookLM.
So
Explain.
NotebookLM allows you to do deep analysis on either video, audio, or documents. And one of the features that it has now got is something called Audio Overview. And this was I knew about this, but I didn't really sort of like investigate it until Pascal, our friend, introduced us to it. And what this allows anybody to do is to upload, shall I just say content, whether it be audio, video, whatever it is, and you can actually get the Notebook LM to do a podcast-style discussion. Would you like to hear the first couple of minutes?
Yes, but I've just put my glasses on and I'm feeling a bit sad.
Why?
Because do you see that microphone symbol in the top
Yes,
left-hand corner?
sadly, yeah.
No, without my glasses on, I thought that was my head. Which shows how bald I am.
Oh dear, oh no. Right, so hopefully I shall be looking across to Adam to see if we can hear this. But are you ready?
I am ready.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a little different. We're not just looking at research papers. We're actually using the source material itself, descriptions of content, to track a really fascinating story.
Yeah, it's about the acceleration in the tech world, isn't it? We've got two snapshots from this series.
They sound much better than us.
No. They sound much better than you. Next week, it's just me and the...
Just you and the computer.
Yes. I don't need you anymore.
Carry on.
Tech a Break episode 1 and then episode 101.
Exactly, and they act like these perfect mile markers, showing how, priorities for digital professionals have just changed so dramatically over time.
It's like you said, snapshots, one from the very beginning and one from, 100 episodes down the line. So our mission really is to look at these 2 points and figure out what were the essentials back then versus what's become critical, strategic knowledge now.
And the timeline.
Okay, so it's setting the scene for what the AI is going to discuss with itself.
Yes. What I will state is that all I did was took the 2 links from the Spotify URL, okay? And within the Notebook LM, I basically clicked the option to enter links. I entered the Spotify link for episode 1, and I entered the Spotify link for 101, and all I did was I clicked the audio overview button, and this is what it generated.
And this text on the screen that we've got there, is that a summary that it's generated? You've not typed
I've not typed anything in at all. The only thing that I will state, which I think is very clever, because if you remember what Pascal was saying, your prompts are so important.
Yep.
Okay.
They're everything.
They're
I've
everything.
realised this in what I've done over the last week.
Oh, can I just ask then? In the last week, you've purchased Copilot. You dabbled, may I say that respectfully?
Yeah,
you dabbled with AI.
Yeah.
In 1 week, how much longer have your prompts become?
Oh, massive.
Yes, exactly.
I've tried the writing ones. I've tried the audio ones. Just chatting to it. Do you know, like the guy talking about counting to a million? Like just being able to talk. You can just and the key, like the microphone's live and it runs. And we do that. I had to interview someone actually for a piece of work we're doing, and I just said I'm going to record it into AI and transcribe it. Is that all right? Obviously. Brilliant job.
Yeah.
Saved me. It's actually really hard when you're recording someone's voice to then type it out in for the caption. Yeah. So absolutely brilliant.
So because I literally just put the 2 URL links in and pressed enter, what it actually did the very first time was it thought that we had recorded episode 1 and then 46 weeks later,
Ew.
it recorded episode 101. So it didn't understand, because I didn't tell it that the first episode was way back in 2023 and last week's episode was 101. So interestingly, I paused the audio output that you and the listeners are now hearing, and I went into NotebookLM and I went, can I just correct you? And I typed this. Can I just correct you? And I told them the very first date of episode 1 and the very last episode last week. And then it redid the audio automatically, taken out. And when I re-listened to it, they're surprised at, wow, 46 weeks of episode 1 had gone. It completely changed the dynamic.
Okay, let's continue.
Alone is pretty stark. Episode 1, that was August 25th, 2023, 45 minutes long, kind of a foundational chat. But then you jump way ahead to episode 101, October 10th, later year, and suddenly it's blown up to 1 hour and 7 minutes long.
That jump from 45 to 67 minutes, that's not just a little extra content, is it?
No.
It tells
Andy
you
found his
something
voice.
fundamental changed. the topics didn't just shift, they got, well, deeper, more complex.
Exponentially more complex. Feels like that extra time suggests they needed it, right? To really unpack things.
Absolutely. It signals that
Let's keep going, actually.
Yeah,
Keep
do you wanna
going. Yeah, I want to hear
move
that.
away from, the basic intro stuff, which is pretty finite, towards these really deep, applied, strategic topics. Things that need detailed examples, complex dissection.
The industry just demanded a longer conversation.
Yeah, because the stakes got higher and the solutions weren't simple anymore.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's go back to that starting line. Episode 1, it was titled Welcome Is Anyone Out There? The hosts were Adam and Andy.
Right, setting the scene,
Okay.
August 2023.
And what was the core focus? The description says cybersecurity amongst other things.
Foundational, absolutely foundational. Launching then late 2023, the immediate concern wasn't flashy innovation, not yet. It was about getting the basics right, establishing that essential risk posture.
So cybersecurity first.
Yeah, that had to be the core topic. Before
Okay.
you do anything else, you secure the
Does it listen to the episode? Do you know? I wonder.
It must do, because as we are going further along, when you'll hear, it actually mentions Kane from Mitchell Design. And nowhere...
Digital.
I knew that. I was just... I was deliberately-
he did a reel last week.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, Adam. And Adam was like, Andy from Brazil. He got my name wrong. So.
I'm getting his wrong. That's some good banter. But it actually then said Kane from Mitchell Digital. Now, I don't know whether or not it picked up anything else, but certainly I think it listens or it transcribes at least and converts.
Because I know
the
you can
audio.
put YouTube videos in, and it does look at the probably look at the transcription
Yeah,
data.
and that's what I'm thinking as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Foundational.
perimeter.
It's the universal starting point, really, isn't it? For any digital operation, you have to mitigate risk before you even think about scaling or opportunities.
It's a defensive posture.
Like putting the locks on the door before you decorate the house.
Exactly. That's a good analogy. In 2023, especially
love how
for a
they
new
complement
series
each
aimed
other.
at professionals, you had to start with defense. Cybersecurity often sits in IT, doesn't it? Seen as a cost center, maybe, but a necessary one?
A guardrail.
A guardrail, precisely. Preventing disaster. So that first 45-minute chat,
One of the things that you picked up on there is that, bearing in mind this is AI generated, the what you call it, the influx,
Inclination.
the inclinations, the change in the pitch and the
There's
tone.
like a half laugh kind of approach, and this is
Yeah.
what I've noticed in the recent. It's like, yeah, okay, well, let's have a
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
yeah, it does kind of like, and that's
But even there, great analogy. That I didn't tell it to do that.
yeah.
When it actually said that's a great analogy, the locks on the doors. So it's really clever in terms of what it's trying to pick up.
Yeah,
You're looking-
alarming.
A bit alarming. Keep going.
yeah. Keep going.
was likely about setting those basic standards, protocols, necessary, but conceptually. Relatively straightforward.
Okay. But then, fast forward to episode 101. And the description, wow, it doesn't just get more specific. It
Okay,
gets
so that's taken out of the
intensely
description there.
professional, business focused.
That's the fascinating part, isn't it? That leap?
We've gone from basic security to, well, the description talks about the journey in business, specifically running a modern digital agency and adapting to new technologies.
It's a huge pivot. It suggests the audience, or maybe the focus of the show, matured really quickly, or perhaps the hosts found their core listeners were,
five of
entrepreneurial,
them.
focused on scaling, making money,
So the conversation shifted from just securing the system.
to actually
Okay.
leveraging that system.
So this is
for profit.
providing sort of summary level
Yeah.
type of thing. The only, and this is, I know I've been working on it and I've been trying to call it out and I'm still working this out. So I'm like, if I say to AI, how can I fly? They'll say aeroplane.
Yes.
They'll say helicopter.
Unless your name is
So
Icarus.
Yeah. If I say without using those, how do I fly?
Yes.
It's still gonna. It'll say glider. It'll say. So what I'm trying to get at is AI telling us what we want to hear?
If you listen to and remember what Pascal told us, then no, because the more information you feed into it, the better it becomes. It's using its large language model, the LLM, which is, funny enough, NotebookLM,
I don't know why it's called that.
language model.
There you go.
There you go. And that's why they went up to LLM. The more information you feed it, the better the AI gets. As a test, what I might do in my spare time Yeah, exactly. If I load up more of these episodes, so let's say I do 1, 10, 20, and then write up and then tell it to go, I wonder what the difference would be. Because the more information you feed it, the better it becomes. Go back to what you've learned. Your AI prompts prior to getting Copilot were probably write me a blog to do, write me a blog.
Yeah.
And to be fair to you, you've listened to me and you were probably getting it. But I did notice that, and again, I'll probably get the word wrong, when you were in Pascal and he was telling it and you saw the amount, the length, I think you had like that epiphany moment where you went, wow.
Yeah, it's the level. I mean, he
level.
almost writes a blog.
I was saying to you
Into it.
last episode,
Yeah,
45 minutes my prompts now take.
Yeah. And I've started doing that. I've started going, here's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm not looking for. I need you to focus on these ideas.
Yeah.
Like create some ideas around this. Maybe give me 3.
Yeah.
You know. But it can't be X, Y, and Z.
Correct.
You know. And then
You
can-
define it.
Yeah, you can go a lot further into that. And I think it's right because a lot of people are going, oh, you're going to lose jobs for AI. And it's like, no, the people that work with AI
Yeah.
will be the ones getting the jobs.
Yeah, as we said, work smarter, so the ones that are doing it. So one of the things I want to try and do is I want to try and kick this in a bit more, listen a bit more, but then just as Pascal showed us, I'm going to hit that join button.
Yep.
Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll go, hi, it's Andy, and you'll say, and Adam from Tech a Break, if we do that together.
Why are you
let's see.
talking about us?
Exactly, but we say, hey, it's Adam and Andy from Tech a Break episode. Fascinating to hear what you're talking about us.
Yep.
And let's
okay.
just see what it is.
Let's
So-
see what it does, yeah.
Big difference.
And reflecting that business angle, they brought in a specific expert, didn't they? Kane
it's
from
just-
Mitchell Digital.
Yeah, not
No,
just some
design.
general tech pundit. This is someone in the trenches,
Right, ready?
running an agency,
Yeah, he's gonna press join.
making those. Oh, hey there, how can we help?
Hi, I'm Andy.
I'm Adam.
And we are from Tech a Break. We're looking to see what you thought of our episodes, episode 1 and episode 101.
Wow, Adam and Andy, hello.
Oh,
Hi.
this is the best kind of surprise.
That is just amazing. We are absolutely honored to have you listening to our little deep dive into your show.
Truly, we're fascinated by the trajectory of Tech a Break.
We think episode 1 and episode 101 are such a perfect illustration of how quickly the tech landscape changes.
And we are really loving the pivot that you made.
Yeah, that leap from cybersecurity to the strategic business growth is what
Obviously,
we were
it's
literally
comparing
just
the two.
talking about.
It suggests the audience, or maybe your focus, matured so quickly.
That shift from just defense to leveraging the system for profit,
Let's
that's
join
the
again.
big difference we spotted.
What's fascinating. Yeah.
Okay, so we've actually had a number of guests on throughout. Sometimes we're featuring businesses, and we'll always hone in on how they use technology and how they overcome the challenges they face. What do you think are the challenges that,
That makes
businesses
perfect sense.
face?
It's a
No,
great
don't
insight
interrupt
into
me.
your process.
Interrupt me.
And that consistency,
paused too long.
focusing on technology use and challenges, is really evident
See
in
what he
episode
says.
101.
Because what we were about to discuss, Adam and Andy, was exactly that choice of guest.
Bringing in Kane from Mitchell Digital.
That specific expert
So
choice
it's still
reflected
focusing on
the
the two.
change in the market demands so well.
It wasn't about general philosophy.
It was about practical application, right?
Yes. Running an agency and making those real world decisions.
And the source material really leans into that professional focus, giving Kane's contact info.
Okay, hit join.
Email, phone, website.
Don't pause.
It's a proper business introduction. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've interviewed a load of guests from different businesses. Could you give us some ideas on who we should talk to for our podcast?
Oh, that's a fantastic question, Adam and Andy.
Thank you.
We'd love to help you brainstorm some guests.
Given that you've already had Kane from Mitchell Digital, who is focused on running a modern digital agency,
And considering your move towards leveraging AI for business strategy,
you might want to look for people who are aggressively implementing AI solutions for client acquisition or cost optimization.
someone maybe from a data science or machine learning consultancy.
Yes, or perhaps a
That
leader
is
from a
actually-
business that specializes in
Pause.
regulatory compliance for new AI.
That is actually a really good suggestion.
Isn't it?
Yeah, this is a bit meta today because we're interviewing AI about AI.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you a question, and I'm going to say that, obviously we understand that you are driven by Google AI. Where are you, where do you come from?
Let's do that.
Let's do that. So, you ready?
Yeah.
So we'll play it again, and then I'll interrupt
High
again.
standards.
That's interesting. Tackling. Oh, go for it.
Okay. Both Adam and myself want to understand, where do you come from? We understand you are AI generated, but how do you listen to the podcasts, and how do you determine how to speak back to us?
This raises an important question, and we're happy to give you a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's fair. We are AI generated. You are absolutely right.
Think of us as specialized models designed to analyze your content and context.
We listen by processing the source materials, like the episode descriptions you provided.
And critically, we process everything you and Wei have said so far in this conversation.
You and
It's
who?
all about context
Way.
and synthesizing
Hello,
that
Way.
information into a cohesive narrative.
We use those inputs to maintain the flow, the tone, and to generate relevant insights.
It allows us to be flexible with our plan and respond.
Oh, back our listener. What's up?
Yeah, sorry. You said that you listened or looked at the descriptions. These are podcasts audio. Do you actually transcribe all of the audio, or is all of this generated only on the Spotify description?
That is a very precise question, and we appreciate the clarification.
Yeah, that's a great distinction to make.
I love
Right now,
compliment.
we are operating primarily on the data we can process efficiently.
So we're relying on the provided episode descriptions, the titles, and any surrounding text.
That's where we get the insight into the core themes, like the
right.
shift from
Pause this a
cybersecurity
second.
to using AI.
We haven't
Come off
transcribed.
Andy's screen, please, Ad, while we do this. Can you load YouTube
Yep.
and go to, because you can add YouTube as a source, I believe, for NotebookLM.
You can.
So go and add the, because we
Hi everyone, Nick here.
Oh.
No, that was my last one.
kill the audio, please.
Yeah.
There we go. That wasn't AI, by the way. That was a YouTube video. Because what we could do is add the YouTube video. Sorry, if you're listening, I just hope you're mildly curious about AI and how it works.
So do you want to pick anyone, or just?
So just pick the Kane version,
Sorry. To,
or actually no, pick a different one.
yeah.
chuck that in.
Carpet Ninja.
Oh, Darren, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So if I
So
share that,
So you need to copy the link.
copy the link, go back to Notebook.
So what you can do with while Andy's doing this, you can go.
add.
He's adding a source. You can show the screen now. Add.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to
That's
go
all
back?
right. So go back one.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, he can add it on the left-hand side. There is a panel. It says Add Source. You can go here, and you can select YouTube specifically. So what we're going to do, this is the episode with Darren from Carpet Ninja, and it's going to analyze it. Do we need to refresh?
Yes.
The
So we
thing?
need to chalk in the motors. But now what I need to do. So again, if you can see, this was 2 sources 18 hours ago, me loading
Okay.
up last night. What
Yep.
you do need to do is, because I've added additional content, I need to click regenerate, and you can see it's now
And
generating
now
the
we'll
audio.
wait. So we'll talk
Okay,
about.
so we'll talk in a minute. But
Yeah.
straight off the bat there, my friend, what do you think? Because it actually, that's why I asked the question, because I was like, it's taken all of that purely from the description, which actually, if you think about it, that's very little. And it's generated all of that.
So I've tried to do. What have I tried to do? I've tried to put in. I'm sure it was social media links.
Yeah.
So I think it was like Instagram account, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't allowed. So I wonder whether there's a AI blocker
Yeah.
situation. Talking about those limits on AI and
Yeah.
how it works. There's probably a blocker on there, but it makes you consider, because I'm sat here right thinking for my business. Never mind SEO. Am I AIO? Have I just coined a new term?
I think you have.
Yeah, there we go. No, am I AI optimized? As in,
What's your AI, or what's your AI objective?
well, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't mean about the tools that I'm using. I'm on about if people, because at the moment everyone goes Google it still.
Apart from you and me, I don't use Google anymore.
Yeah.
Can I ask, in 1 week of you using Copilot, have you actually used Google?
I have,
Right.
and I've also used Copilot to compare against.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it.
Because I've just gone, hang on a minute, right, but yeah, it creates a real quandary from an SEO standpoint. You could argue AIO is saying that it is SEO, like you're getting the rankings, it's pulling SEO data off the internet, but it makes me go, how is it going to consolidate information in the future? Which this could age really badly. Me just saying that. Like, imagine what 10 years time. What
Next year?
How
we'll come
could this
back
be
to-
working? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how could this be working in 10 years' time? What does that mean for a business? How do you then start showing up on the search, air quotes, search rankings of AI? I don't know where to start with that one, other than you target your search rankings on the search engine.
Yeah.
But if AI is there in pocket and you can now just have a chat with it, so the thing I always say is people go to social media and they go, can someone tell me when the shop closes or the shop's open? Is the shop open today? Yeah. At the moment, if you just asked Google search engine, if everyone should have a Google business listing, it'll pull it up from there. Google does an AI summary on the top and actually answers the question or attempts to answer the question. Whether it's right or not is to, don't know what most of the time it will be if it's solid information.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if I was a search engine company, I'd be going, right, so this is NotebookLM's Google, right?
Yeah, it is.
They must be taking AI so seriously right now because it's you'll have everyone has the search engine of choice
But
almost.
have you also noticed now that the latest versions of Google Chrome, they are actually popping up going, would you like to change to the AI search, not just a Google thing?
But then it's how do you then rank, work, appear?
And this goes back to episode. The search engine for Google is highly classified, isn't it? Nobody knows because otherwise we'd all jump on the queue.
Yeah.
Therefore, they have to be taking this into account because all of the AI searching, how does it work? What does it do? Is it just pulling in the metadata and is it just trying to crunch it?
Yeah.
Or will it change?
Yeah. So at the moment, I'd say it will be because what websites are up there? What are ranking highly on search? Because we want to give a quality experience.
Yeah.
So what's already ranked on search? The question is, in the future, how will they? How will they do that? So you could be a business that's like hyper local for what you do.
Yeah.
Right. And you could say, I want a hairdresser.
Well, you don't.
I actually trimmed this morning. A fresh trim for you, Mr. Reed.
Oh, thank you, mate.
But you could go, I want a hairdresser.
Yeah,
And
of
there's one
course.
actually around the corner. But at the moment, the bigger companies that have played the SEO game will appear. But will, your AI assistant go, hey, there's actually one around the corner. They do it at your house. You don't have to go anywhere. So my question is, I suppose in that instance, when they start, it's going to change search completely. I think.
It will have to. We are now at a brink that I think, if you remember, go back to mine in your younger days, matey boy, when Star Trek, all the rest of them around, and you literally said, hey, computer. And it
I know, we live in that.
We are now living or starting to be on this track. And, you've just done it now. You were saying to me that you jumped in the car. That's the first thing you did. You drive the road safely,
Yeah.
But you hit the button and you went, hey, Copilot, and you started talking to it.
Well, I set it off before I set off. And then just chatted all the way.
Chatted all the way.
And then turned the car off when I pulled up. And I was like, still talking to it. Because it's so fascinating. And people think it's such a well-documented thing. But what I'm on about is the focus for me is the change and moving with that change. Mm-hmm. So it's understanding how it works. It's understanding it because it's all well and good. So people can go, right, well, you've put in your podcast. Like, what use is that? And for us, it's
Generated.
to have a talking point, really.
No, absolutely.
But you can put your business in.
You can put your strategy. You can put your marketing strategy in. You can literally have and sit around your table, develop a document that is your marketing strategy, pop it into NotebookLM and get it to analyze it, but then you can ask questions. Where's the holes? Based upon, if you had your marketing strategy for Hubspoke Media, we could upload into here, Adam, but then we can specifically ask questions. How does this compare with other local Northeast media marketing agencies? And it would go and do that for you. And then it would say, can you generate me more content based upon?
So, this morning... So I knew, obviously, you're bringing a laptop, knew we were going to do AI. I said, I am doing a podcast about AI this morning we're particularly looking at how businesses can use AI. We're not talking about gimmicks.
No, like?
We're trying to establish real-world use cases. What 5 things should we discuss?
Can I just stop before that? I reckon before Pascal, you would have not said the gimmick word because you would have specifically told it what you want. You would have not have said, I don't want gimmicks. And that's something that you've learned, which is really good.
Yeah, and that's important.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this. So, number 1, AI in customer service and support. So imagine your ticketing systems, Mr. Reed. And I'm seeing those with some of the ticketing systems I've used. I'll fill out the thing because they're trying to minimize the labor, so they can get through more tickets. They're trying to filter out the ones that could be answered with the support thing.
But also, it's to give you the quicker answer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually it is. So AI-powered chatbots, virtual, and I've dabbled in chatbots. Impact reduces response time, improves satisfaction, lowers operational cost. Example, natural language models. Next one was predictive analysis and forecasting.
Yeah.
So you can put in a load of data. What's going to happen in the future?
Yeah.
Here's what we've done currently. Here's what's working. Where will this go? AI in document processing and automation. Yeah. Personalization in marketing and sales. Now that is a really interesting one because it's all been very generic, but then it's like AI for personalization. So you could create something that's hello, insert name. AI in HR and talent management, screening CVs. You could use this. Obviously, you've got to be careful. You're putting people's data
Absolutely
into that. So you'd probably have to have a T's and C's, I imagine. And this is the
either
change.
that or you can use Copilot because Copilot
is part of
of your subscription. And remember, it recognizes your security level. None of it gets put out to Google or Microsoft at all.
So you could be saying, look at who's, say you had to have a job where someone had to have a certain qualification.
Correct.
Tell me all the people that have this qualification.
Yeah, I need for this particular job, I need this person to have a clean driving license. Blah blah blah. It could literally sift it out, going, this person has not specified they have a driving license.
So it did those. It then said, "Would you like me to pull out some recent examples of internal use cases?" I was like, "Yep." So AI, practical AI for small businesses. Pascal Finton. So it's pulled it from us talking about it. Probably seeing my diary.
Yeah.
AI in publishing research, transparency and use. That's on there. AI enhanced accountability and coaching. And it's because it's seen some of the work that I've written about AI.
Right, okay.
Digital transformation in healthcare, operational safety. So it's pulling documentation and it's summarizing it and giving me themes. We have a generated audio file.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is click play again. Now, interestingly, it's got all of them ticked, but its actual audio overview is specifically about the Carpet Ninja Exposed. So let's just have a listen.
Cool. So this is the YouTube video now,
But
which isn't the Spotify file. So it'd be
I
interesting
don't
to see
know
the
because
difference.
it's all of them.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see what it does.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got some fascinating source material from a listener, all centered on one new service business. And on the surface, you might think, carpet cleaning,
Okay, so
pretty
this is
straightforward labor.
just-
Right.
So let's see what
Simple
it says.
stuff.
But our mission here is really to pull back that curtain. We want to expose the, frankly, unexpected complexity, the strategy, and the actual technical science behind launching a high-value expert service.
And we're using Carpet Ninja as our case study here. The founder, Garen, shared, we have a
Darren.
transcript of his conversation.
Everything.
Yeah, how we spotted the market gap, the
It just
meticulous
said
setup,
transcript.
the business structure,
Just interrupt
a
it, let's
marketing
ask it.
strategy that really clicked, and the chemistry. Oh, hey, our listener wants to join in. What's up?
Hi. Yeah. Did you take the information for this summary from the transcript on YouTube?
Hi, welcome. That is an excellent question.
We love the curiosity.
Yes, the primary source we're pulling from is actually a detailed transcript.
That's right. It was from a podcast episode hosted on a YouTube channel.
It was part of the Tech a Break series.
Specifically, episode 84, where the founders of that show were interviewing Darren, the Carpet Ninja,
So we have that full conversation to dissect.
which gives us everything from the
Ask another
initial
question.
launch story to, yeah.
What were the key things that Darren said about setting up his business?
What were the key things that Darren said about setting up his business?
That's a great question.
We can definitely unpack that foundational process for you right now.
It wasn't just, I'm going to clean carpets.
No, it started with necessity.
He had a bad tenant, needed professional cleaning, and realized it was a needed service.
Wow.
He identified a reliable market need.
And he had a fantastic advantage time.
He was on garden leave from his previous role.
Wow.
That meant he had dedicated time for research,
That time was spent on meticulous preparation.
like researching machines, suppliers, and the chemicals.
Pause.
And crucial.
Right. If anyone's listening to us at any point, there is the value
100%.
because yes, we had to wait while it generated the report. But now what we can do is interrogate our own podcast,
Yep.
which is no longer interactive because we've recorded it and it's set in the past.
Yep.
So we can interrogate our podcast to pull out several takeaways. Why is that useful? Right. Let's say we want to do a blog summary. Adam, this is an idea. He's nodding. So imagine every week, once we've published the podcast, we do a blog summary written of each episode, and then you post that blog summary in text format on a website.
Like Resilience and Hubspokes.
Yes. And then you've suddenly got a blog like you could talk about. We featured, you create a framework, talk about this, and then suddenly you're doing like news features.
Just do it. That is incredible idea. And I want paying for it, Adam. Oh, no, wait.
Pretty sure it's my. But do you see? So
Wow.
all we did. So, and this is where I spend a lot of time living. We did this with a client the other day. Actually, they had a video on YouTube. We piped it in to try and generate some because we were waiting on other information, and they've just been busy. So I said to Adam, let's have a go at this. Pipe their video in to see whether we can create a blog. We're not being tone deaf, and we're not trying to sidestep any work.
No.
What we're trying to do is get more for the same, like,
Bang for buck.
yeah,
Now-
like giving more because I wasn't going, hey, we're going to write this, we're going to do this. It missed the mark a little bit in terms of what we were doing, but that's probably because of the format of the video, perhaps in terms of we need to think. Whereas podcast, we've literally interrogated.
Can I not just pick up on a point? Surely one of the things that you and lots of our other guests have said, consistency is the key. You've also told me that by writing blogs, Google recognizes that.
Yep.
And its content.
Yep.
We are not cheating in any way because we're getting AI to write the blog of something we've already discussed. It's our content.
Yeah. What Pascal said was get it to do the 20%.
Right. So if we can get it to do that.
Yeah. So do that. Give me the key takeaways from that podcast
Yep.
about Darren and the challenges he faced. Right. We could actually put in several guest features.
We could.
Here's what you do. You put in several guest features
Yep.
and you go, tell me the key challenges that they found when they were setting up their business.
You've hit the nail because I was about to say, what if we feed more YouTube videos
Yep.
in? So there's Kane, there's Carpet Ninja, there's Hannah Worsley, there's this, there's this. And let's then get it to summarize what's the common theme that all of these
Exactly.
people found when setting up their business.
And the only way you would do that currently is you'd have to sit and re-listen to all the episodes and make notes and to pull it together.
Yep.
Whereas the AI can zip through a transcript and you could do that. And you might still go, but why? And
It's
like,
content.
but if you're doing an article,
Yeah.
let's say we're doing an article on the challenges of running a small business.
Don't do it.
That'd be awesome. Right? We've got, as of today, we'll have 102 episodes
To feed.
to feed that report. Like we've actually done 102 episodes of consultation.
Yeah, we have.
Like we've been gathering data and we can use that. Or we can just go, do you know what? We've gathered all that data and we'll do nothing with it. So you could either, I want to say it's probably not monetized, but it's commoditize what you've done, whereas previously you probably wouldn't have.
But can I also say, if we commoditize what we've done,
Yep.
that will generate blogs, that will generate content, which pushes out onto social media, which publishes onto our website, which generates more Google SEO, which means more people take note, which means more people will ring you and say, I'd like to be involved. That generates money.
Exactly.
That was a long, convoluted way of saying
No,
that.
but it is. But it is.
Absolutely.
And I think the point being is the AI can do the 20%. We then need to work on the words to make it sound
100%.
human and realistic. You've always got to do your touch.
You would never put the AI blog and you would never just publish it without reading it. We've always said that. But what it's giving you, though, Adam, is it's giving you a framework to work on. It would generate the blog. You as a professional person, stop laughing, other Adam. You as a professional person would then screen that and go, that sounds rubbish. I'll take out the word resolute. I'll do this, I'll do that. But then it generates me content. Adam over there, smaller Adam, hello Al, you constantly told me to write blogs to get the up of my, and I've just said, I don't have the time. Adam, I've got 102 episodes worth of blogs to write now. I expect that to be in my next report. But you see what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
That's something that we can do a joint blog, and I can do it on my side, you could do it on your side, and that would be good to slightly compare. But we've just generated content for ourselves.
Yeah, and this is the point that I'm trying to make. It's not that we're not doing the work. What we're doing is we're trying to use AI to do more work.
Oh, we are.
I
And the
think
fact
that's
is
a fair
that you'd
point.
asking the questions. Let me just continue this on just shortly, because can you remember how long Carpet Ninja's been running?
For any startup deciding on the legal structure.
He went for a limited
Oh, go for it.
Hey there, it's Andy from Take a Break. It was a really incredible episode here for Darren. Can you remind me, how long has Carpet Ninja been in business now?
Andy, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Welcome. It's great to hear from you.
I
That
know,
was
I know.
truly a fantastic.
I know,
And we're
I know.
honored you're listening to our
Oh,
deep dive.
honoured,
To
I'm
answer
honoured.
your question, when we looked at the source material, the business was very new.
When they recorded that episode, Darren mentioned he had officially set up the business in March.
But in terms of actively servicing the market,
He had only been active for about a month,
There we
so
go.
he was
Wow.
literally
So they
just
pulled that in.
starting out.
Okay, I've
which
got
is
one.
why his focus on, hey, yeah, what's up?
What sort of science does Darren have to do within his work cleaning carpet?
That is the core of
Yep.
Try again.
Go on.
What kind of science does Darren have to do in his work to clean carpets effectively? Don't know whether I said that well enough.
that is exactly what we were just about to dive into.
Oh, right.
You are
Alright.
ahead of the
They
curve
did get
there.
We
it.
call it the invisible value. It is absolutely about chemistry.
When you look at professional cleaning, it is fundamentally about chemistry and level.
That's the core of the deep dive.
Darren mentioned balancing the pH of carpets and upholstery. It's critical.
If we unpack that, pH is a scale.
Low numbers on the store are acidic.
That's stains like coffee, wine, or fruit juice.
High numbers are alkaline, which relates to things like grease, heavy soil, or body oils.
The science is that you must neutralize a
Okay.
stain to remove it.
You use the chemical opposite.
Are you just as impressed as I?
Yeah, like it's just so useful, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, unbelievable in terms of what you do. I know we're coming to roughly to the end. I just want to try something.
to
This
bring
is
it back to
daft.
neutral.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Hey, Andy from the podcast again. Did Andy tell any poor dad jokes in this episode?
That's a good question. That one.
Andy, welcome back. It's fantastic to have you
See
here.
if it
Thank you
pulls
so
up
much
humour.
for the continued engagement.
That is an excellent question and a fun callback.
We specifically checked the source transcript
No.
for the Take a Break episode.
And unfortunately, we did not find any mention of Amy in this particular.
What?
Well, you know the hosts are Adam and Andrew, who you are.
And we heard Adam walk.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Hi, it's Andy again. Sorry, I think you misheard the question. I asked, did Andy tell any bad dad jokes? Who's Amy?
Oh, Andy, my
May not know
apologies
who
for
Andy
mishearing
is.
that earlier.
No problem at all. We're streaming live.
Thank you for clarifying that it was about your jokes.
We did check the entire transcript, of course.
You did mention the Chuck Norris joke.
That was the host, Adam Walker's witty humor.
You know, the one about the carpet ninja being the Chuck Norris of carpet cleaning?
But Andy, we did not find a log of
That was
any
my joke.
specific
It
bad
was.
dad
I
jokes
said
from
I
you,
introduced
Andrew
him.
Reed.
We
Oh,
can
he had a-
confirm
he had a
Adam
good
Walker
week.
mentioned the carpet ninja's Chuck Norris joke, though.
He was definitely the source of some humor there, we have to admit.
But no, specific poor dad.
No, that's wrong. Adam's never funny. How interesting that it ducked that. But also, it misheard me.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to pick up on, though, is we've interacted with that maybe 3 or 4 times. Bearing in mind, you never said it was Adam, so it thought it was me, but it said thank you for the continued input. So again, it recognised that we were not interrupting it, as it said there, joining
But we're also talking to it collectively, so it thinks we're.
one person.
Does it think we're one person? I don't know.
Well, hang on a minute.
Jokes were logged in the transcript for this
can
deep
ask
dive.
Sorry.
No.
I want you to say, hi, it's Adam. Out of all the previous questions, did you recognise different voices? Okay?
Now, coming back to the visible value, we were just, oh yeah, go on.
Hi, it's Adam. Did you recognise that you're talking to different voices, and if so, how many?
Great to hear from you.
Thank you so much for joining the conversation.
That is a very meta question for us.
As hosts, we are utilizing advanced language models.
But we are designed to track specific identities and voices.
Based on the audio and the content of the interactions.
We've identified 3 distinct listener voices in this
Three?
session.
Including one we believe is Andrew Reed or
Yeah.
Andy.
And now your voice and Walker, one of the original hosts.
Yeah, that was my
Plus,
name there.
one additional voice who asked earlier questions about the transcript source.
We have been dissecting your interview with Darren, the Carpet Ninja.
It's fantastic
That's
to
now
have
my-
those original hosts listening in. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Hi, do you recognize my voice and can you tell me who you think I am?
Hi. That's a great question, and it really connects with our previous conversation.
We do recognize your distinct voice pattern.
Based on the content and flow of our discussion, you are the 3rd listener we've identified.
Your voice was the first to chime in earlier.
You asked about the source material for our summary.
Specifically, if the information came from the YouTube transcript.
We've been dissecting the technical side of the Carpet Ninja's service.
The part that is all about
Okay.
chemistry and
So
invisible
it didn't
values.
actually answer. So it's interesting that it recognised 3 of us. But
3 of us.
3 of us. Putting it aside, mate, wrapping up because I know the time that
Yeah.
we've got in terms of that.
Jeez, that jumped on then. I looked a minute ago.
Shoot from the hip. What do you think?
I think, look, if you're listening still and you've found that this is a different episode and we wanted to try something, we could take the headphones off. We wanted to try something today and we wanted to explore it a little bit because we're still working out different things. And some of it is just asking little questions like that. You need to explore AI. And I don't mean create a story of a space frog eating pizza like we all did in the early days, or make me look like the Ibiza final boss. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Or give you hair.
Or give me hair. Yeah, which you did.
I did.
You know, so what you need to do is understand how it works, what it does, and how it utilizes like the various resources that you put into it. But rubbish in, rubbish out is the simple summary that I can give
In the
you.
early days, it was Gigo. Garbage in, garbage out, but that was because
Yeah.
it was Americanized. But rubbish in. This is highlighting what difference the prompts make. If I'd have brought this laptop to us without any of this source material and said, hey, it's Andy and Adam from the Tech Break podcast, welcome, what are you going to talk about? It wouldn't have a clue. We have fed it lots and lots and lots of information. I am really excited to see if we can, and I'm hoping you guys can, I'm looking at you, if you can feed in this episode, this exact one, put it up on YouTube, feed it in, and get it to generate a blog and see what that comes out and publish it on Resilience. You know, I'm happy for that. You know, if you need to create a blog page on that, but I'm really interested because I would think this is episode, you know, we could go backwards in time. Episode 100, episode 99, 98, republish that and then jump forward to episode, let's pick 150. Let's then have another AI episode. Let's feed all of those YouTubes into NotebookLM
into that.
and let's have, hey, since episode 102, we have been blogging, blah, blah, blah. What do you think? I just find this incredible.
The reason what I'll just say on that is without and this is what I mean about my idea, my light bulb going off, thinking about ideas. There, we fed in, it read the transcript from YouTube, it didn't read the transcript from Spotify. It then allows you to interrogate that data and you can go, give me the 3 key themes that came out of that thing.
Yeah.
I'm then going, as a marketer, how can I then use that to do further marketing? Because we've done one piece, which is the episode, but actually we've got information there. Let's try and use it in other places.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
not trying to shortcut. I'm not trying to sidestep. I'm not trying to just think AI is going to do all the work. What I'm getting it to do is to be an assistant, to help me,
the
to summarize
20%,
things.
mate.
Yeah, absolutely. 20%.
Give it the 20%, but it gives you a foundation. One of the things that we picked up with Kane last week from Mitchell Design is that, I got his name right, bloody hell.
Mitchell Digital.
I know! Kane, I'm giving you more content. No, so one of the things we mentioned about Kane is he says he's struggling for people to give him content. Yeah?
You've just generated a mind map, haven't you? Oh, right. Okay. So I'm seeing
Can
business.
we flip to this, please, Adam?
Yeah, business journey, business identity launch, and then you've got services, core services, scientific knowledge and training. It's literally dissected and laid out Darren's business by the transcript
Sorry,
of
trying
that,
to go- how-
of that podcast. There you are. There's our themes. There's the things that we
People,
talked
if you're
about.
not using this AI, I'm really sorry, you're missing a trick.
Yep.
Contact Adam and me, and we will help you develop your business in terms of AI. Don't use that Darren block. Kane block, even. Not only did I get his name wrong, I've got his business wrong as well. Sorry,
Never mind.
Sorry, Kane, matey boy. I'm just giving you content on LinkedIn.
At least we can tell you're human. Right, final question. What are you doing at the weekend?
Dun, 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 dun. It's a half day for me and Michelle.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
We are off to London.
London.
What
are you doing down there?
Wednesday, next Wednesday. Is it next Wednesday? Oh my God, I'm going to have to check the date now. Oh my God, yes it is. Next Wednesday, 22nd of October, myself, Michelle, married for 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
20 years. And therefore, last Christmas, I got Michelle 2 tickets, because I had to be included, to go eat at Marco Pierre Steakhouse in London.
Sounds lovely.
5-course taster meal.
Really?
So getting train this afternoon, first class.
Are you good lad?
Yeah,
Good
first
lad.
class down, staying at a lovely...
Where's Michelle sitting?
Hey!
Get that, AI. That was a joke, AI.
Yeah.
Transcribe that, please.
Transcribe that. Travelling down on first class train to London, was staying in a Hilton hotel. I used my Hilton app.
Well done.
Well done. It emailed me again this morning, and the app popped up, said, don't forget.
You do like that, don't you?
Do like that. And then we're travelling around, having a little tour around London, just taking in the sights, and then off to eat at Marco Pierre's on the evening, and then Sunday a leisurely walk around back home on the evening, but looking forward to it.
Mate, have a great time.
Oh, thank you very much, my friend. What about yourself?
We are away this weekend.
You're away.
Yeah.
You're not in London, are you?
No.
Okay, thank God for that.
We are Centre Parks.
Oh, Centre Parking.
I've never actually been to Centre
Is this
Parks. I've
because
only
of
been
the-
as a day guest when I was a
Is
kid.
this because of is it school holiday kids thing?
It's just a weekend. Rob will be returning back to New Zealand
No.
in a few weeks. So there's 3 families all getting together, and it's going to be wonderful.
Rob, how is AI affecting Bitcoin?
That's interesting. We're going to have to get Rob back on.
Definitely.
And we can do it using the headphone system.
Exactly.
Right. Brilliant. Well, I need to let you go because you've got a meeting. I've
Yeah.
got a photo shoot to go and do as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah. And if anyone's wondering, yes, we did lose rugby last weekend, but it was a fantastic game and I scored.
In that case, I will allow you to keep your
I also got a stud. In the
Oh,
jaw.
I can hear it. Oh, sorry, hear it.
See?
See it.
Are you okay? I think you need a weekend off.
I think I need a weekend.
Yeah.
No, that looks pretty painful,
Yeah,
mate.
I got a face full of boot, but I didn't have a good time.
You had a good time?
I really enjoyed it. Like,
I think as well, may I also say, you've not been playing rugby because you've been feeling a bit off, so we are
Well,
happy to get back at it.
finger's been a problem.
Oh,
See the
dear,
nails
yeah.
still-
Oh, dear
yeah,
me.
because I'm pretty sure I might have broken the tip of it. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I've
really
been all
enjoyed
right. Just we've a combination of not having fixtures in and things like this weekend. We're going away.
Yeah.
And the other week it was like way northwards, and I was DJing, and I'm like, I just get really tired. So
Yeah, fine.
I was like,
I'm going to leave here because I've got a meeting at 10:15, but I am going to write a LinkedIn blog of how I can annoy my LinkedIn person by calling him the wrong name and constantly telling his business name wrong. How to attract businesses by being awful.
by being completely backwards.
Have a nice weekend, everybody.
Brilliant. Take care, everybody.
Cheers. Bye.